Right, so today, Osborne and all his cronies tried telling Scotland that basically they're going to blackmail them into staying in the union, or trying to make them blackmail them into staying in the union by not allowing them to have the pound. I've been doing a lot of research on the Scottish independence recently and watched quite a lot of videos about that. Now, I think the fact of the matter is Scotland's oil rich. They obviously know that if they were to sort of split from the rest of the UK, they've got a lot of the guys in Westminster over a barrel, really, because that's a massive boost to the economy in terms of what oil is going to bring to the country. One thing that concerns me really is, a lot of Scottish history in my own family. My surname's Lennox, for instance. So I feel a bit of an affinity with this. Being northern as well, I think if given the choice, I think half of the north of the UK would actually split with Scotland, because I think we're all sick of these, career politicians who are all rich boys, silver spoons, who serve nothing but themselves or the city of London, and that's about it. The rest of the country and north of Middlesbrough, where I'm from, is we've always voted Labour. I think a lot of the north of the country are actually divided. We hate the Tories just as much as Scotland. So what sort of gets me, and I hope someone can maybe answer this question, is that I heard that originally when Scotland joined the Union, it was because of something like the Darien Project, where Scotland were skint basically, and they joined as part of the Union because they were in economic trouble. What troubles me is that if Scotland leave, they could effectively say, well, we don't have any part of the debt, the national debt, and they could split it alone and be oil rich and have pretty much what sounds to be some sort of utopian society, which I wish them well. I hope they get it. But what would get me a little bit would be is that if that would be the case, they're effectively screwing off the rest of the country with the debt that their politicians, Gordon Brown, what an arsehole he is, have left us with. And it would be people in the UK, the rest of the UK, that would have to pick up that debt. And with a Conservative government, that's probably more austerity, more poverty for the rest of the country. So I don't know really what Scotland think of that, because there is a lot of Scottish immigrants. I think there's 700 and nearly 800,000 Scottish living in the UK at the moment. I'm a descendant from Scottish families, and is there actually any truth in that? Is that something where Scotland can actually just say, well, no, we're not having any of the debt, we're not having your pound, we're going to split it alone, and I'd like somebody maybe to fill me in if I've got things wrong here. But my personal feeling on this is I wish the best for Scotland. Whatever they decide. I've got a lot of friends in Scotland, and personally, if they vote to go independent, I wish them well. And I would hope that we give the north of the country extend the welcome effectively, because I'm sure if the north of England was given the choice to join Scotland, it wouldn't even be a choice for me. I'd say yes, because I have nothing in common with the south of England. They only serve themselves, and they don't really do anything for the north of the country, especially where I'm from, where the steelworks have been pretty much let down. They've let the whole of this area go to rack and ruin, where pretty much the only thing you can do is either get a job in Scotland working for oil, which is the only sort of decent job you can get up here, or work in a call centre, unless you go to university and then move out of the area, which is I think it's the same for Scotland. Really, is there's not a lot of job options other than in the oil industry, or a lot of them. That's why effectively 800,000 people move south of the border. So yeah, that's the main point of this: is can Scotland leave the debt, and if they go independent, what would that mean for the rest of the country in terms of picking up that debt?